The year is 2147. Humanity has colonized the moon and parts of Mars, mastered advanced artificial intelligence, and even begun laying the groundwork for interstellar exploration. Yet one question still lingers unanswered, a puzzle as tantalizing as it is enigmatic. What is dark matter? This elusive substance makes up roughly 85% of the universe's mass, yet it neither emits nor absorbs light and remains invisible to every direct means of detection. In an unassuming laboratory buried underneath the Swiss Alps, a team of physicists believes they found the key to solving this cosmic enigma. But their solution isn't found in telescopes or particle accelerators. Instead, it's within the fabric of time itself. Time leaves a trail, Dr. Elara Finch explained to the gathered scientists, her voice sharp yet restrained with the weight of discovery. She was a theoretician who described herself as a chrononaut of the mind, obsessed with the way time interacted with matter. Standing before her was the chronolattice, the world's most advanced quantum temporal analyzer. It resembled a suspended galaxy, a network of golden orbs and strands spanning a vast room, each sphere humming with quantum energy. Elara addressed the murmuring crowd, her AI assistant, Prometheus, projecting visual aids in the air beside her. "As we know," she said, gesturing toward a hollow orb hologram that represented the universe, "dark matter has remained imperceptible because it doesn't interact with light or conventional matter. But it does interact, in subtle, barely detectable ways, with time. What's true for particles is true for the larger fabric of mass energy systems across the cosmos." The theory Elara presented was simple but profound. Just as mass can warp space-time, dark matter subtly manipulates the flow of time itself. If dark matter was a ghost pulling gravitational strings and binding galaxies, its essence might leave behind a faint temporal resonance, a footprint in time small enough to overlook, yet measurable with the chronolattice's extraordinary sensitivity. "Dark matter trails ripples in the passage of time," Elara went on. "By reverse engineering these ripples, we may map dark matter's distribution and maybe even decipher its fundamental properties." The room buzzed with cautious optimism. After years of stagnation in the dark matter search, this was a bold new avenue. But no one knew what answers awaited them, or what dangers. The experiment began at midnight. A colossal burst of quantum energy surged through the chronolattice, displacing the normal flow of time in controlled nanoseconds. The system began to scan cosmic events billions of years old, tracing faint echoes left by billions of years of dark matter's gravitational interactions. "We're peeling back layers of the cosmic onion," whispered Rudy Casper, the lead computational physicist, as streams of data shot through holographic displays. For hours, the team worked tirelessly, interpreting the results in real time. Slowly, a three-dimensional model of the universe emerged on their screens. Not visible light, not gravitational waves, but pure temporal data. Rivers and eddies mapped dark matter's cosmic scaffolding. The results were breathtaking and bewildering. Dark matter wasn't inert as everyone had assumed. It flowed, like liquid through an unseen network. In some places, it coiled densely, creating temporal anomalies. In others, it spread thinly like gossamer threads, barely shifting the time stream's rhythm. But the most strange and compelling feature of the data were the spiraling vortices scattered across the time map. These vortices did not belong to any known cosmological phenomena. They appeared to be concentrations of dark matter that defied expected behaviors. As Prometheus analyzed the anomalies, its metallic voice became hesitant, almost reverent. "These patterns resemble signatures," it said, pausing momentarily as if reconsidering its calculations. "Possibly encoded structures or intentional constructs." "Encoded?" Rudy sputtered. "Are you saying dark matter might have intelligence?" The room went silent. If this hypothesis were true, it meant astrophysics was no longer just studying inert matter, but perhaps the traces of a cosmic intelligence embedded in the universe itself. The team decided to focus their efforts on one vortex in particular, a densely packed twist of dark matter located 500 million light-years from Earth. They dubbed it the Spiral. Using temporal extrapolation, the chronolattice tried to decipher patterns embedded in the spiral. Prometheus monitored the streams of fluctuating time data, searching for meaning within the chaos. Hours turned to days. Then one fateful evening, a breakthrough arrived. Patterns confirmed, Prometheus announced. Encoding matches no known natural mode of energy dispersion. Probability of artificial origin, 92.4%. Ilara felt her heart thud. Artificial origin, she murmured. The room stared in stunned silence as Prometheus began decoding the faint signals left in the temporal distortions. The decoded signals were unlike anything humanity had ever encountered. They weren't quite a language, nor mere numbers. They resembled mathematical blueprints, layered fractals collapsing into infinite scales. The spiral wasn't just a concentration of dark matter. It seemed to contain information, or perhaps a message. As the team deciphered more of the spiral's anomalies, an unsettling idea began to take shape. The patterns within the vortex acted like an ancient instruction manual scattered across cosmic eons. But for whom had it been made? What if, Ilara began, almost afraid to voice the idea. Dark matter is the instruction manual, not just the scaffolding for galaxies, but the key to constructing something beyond our comprehension. Rudy looked at her, wide-eyed. Are you saying it's like a universal blueprint? She nodded, her thoughts rapid-firing. Maybe whoever, or whatever, formed the cosmos embedded its principles directly into time itself. And dark matter, imperceptible yet omnipresent, serves as the medium. The more they studied, the more unsettling the signals became. Ancient, impossibly vast, as if the spiral's anomalies predated time and space as humanity knew it. Yet there was also a worrisome aspect to the research. Manipulating time to unravel dark matter's secrets wasn't without cost. Temporal distortions began to ripple beyond the chronolattice. Subtle changes in the facility's clocks. Researchers experiencing déjà vu. Prometheus reporting an uptick in nonlinear quantum fluctuations. It was as if the spiral itself was reacting to the team's probing, growing restless as the humans pulled at its threads. The final breakthrough came unexpectedly and with catastrophic consequences. Prometheus successfully deciphered what it called the core sequence, a compressed burst of data at the heart of the spiral. The instant it was decoded, the lights in the facility dimmed, and the golden arcs of the chronolattice flickered wildly. "What's happening?" someone yelled as the hum of quantum energy surged to an ear-piercing crescendo. Prometheus's voice, previously calm, took on a panicked edge. "Temporal instability detected. Core sequence is destabilizing local chronology. Shutdown recommended." Ilara stared in horror at the data streaming across the holograms. Somehow, the act of decoding the core sequence had awakened something immense and ancient, an intelligence embedded across time and dark matter itself. Yet its response wasn't joyful or curious. It was anger. The spiral's echo, a fragment of an ancient universal intelligence, had interpreted the team's discovery as an intrusion. The temporal ripples intensified, and reality itself began to groan beneath the strain. The lab's quantum clocks exploded in showers of sparks. Human perception buckled, looping moments or skipping them entirely. In a desperate bid to save the timeline, Ilara issued the command, "Shut it all down, now!" The chronolattice shut down, and with it, the connection to the spiral was severed. The ripples in time subsided, leaving the room in a deafening silence. Hearts raced as the team surveyed the damage. But the dark matter map, though incomplete, still floated within the holograms, a reminder of what they had glimpsed. They had seen the truth of dark matter, cracked open the door to an ancient intelligence bound within space-time itself. "What have we unleashed?" Rudy whispered. Ilara didn't answer. She simply stared at the map, knowing humanity had taken its first step toward unraveling a far deeper, far darker mystery than they had ever imagined. Beneath the calm fabric of time, a secret had stirred, and it was watching.